What's going on, guys? Crush back here with another video. Hope everyone's having a great day today. I know I am. And today I decided to do a solo tier list by myself. I actually might have one or two of them done by the time this comes out, because there's actually a few that I feel like I'm better off doing by myself versus with other people, because for this, for instance, excuse me for a second, another video actually literally just finished as I'm doing this recording. But yeah, no, with this tier list though, specifically and a few other ones, I felt like I probably would be better doing this off alone for the most part, because a lot of the stuff on here, I'd say like 80% of the stuff on here maybe I've seen, and a lot of my friends, they just have not seen all the Marvel movies and shows. And I haven't seen everyone, but I've seen most of them on this list, which is more than most of my friends. So I decided, you know what, I might as well just do this solo, just so, I don't know, just because I feel like I know more about this or whatever. I don't actually know how to explain it. I just feel like I'd be more fit doing it by myself. That's all I have to say. This is how we're going to rate each movie slash show. It's going to be S, which is the top of the top, the best of the best, you know. So we're probably only going to have like maybe a few, one or two in this. A, really, really good, obviously. Like, pretty normal for a Marvel movie, I'd say, or like maybe a little bit exceptionally good. I fucked up that word, but y'all know what I meant. B, which is like, it was good, but it could have been a little bit better. C, it was just okay. D, terrible, pretty much. D is just the bottom of the food chain. And haven't seen, of course, because there, of course, are a few that are on this list that I have not seen, as well as a few of them not being released yet. So, yeah. Anyway, let's get right into this, because we have quite the list to go through now, don't we? First one, Ant-Man and the Wasp. I actually liked Ant-Man and the Wasp. I don't know, I don't know how some people would feel. I thought it was like a fun movie. I didn't think it was like too good, if I'm gonna be honest. Like, I can't really explain it because I don't know how much better it could be. But I thought it was a pretty solid movie for the most part. So I'll probably put on B. Because I liked Wasp, but I feel like in the comics and in like TV shows and all that, she has more powers than what she's shown in this. I don't know. I just only liked it. It didn't really click with me too much, but I still enjoyed it. So yeah, I'll just keep it on B. And the original Ant-Man, the 2015, sorry, not original, the 2015 Ant-Man. I'd probably put it on B as well. I liked them both, but again, it was just alright. It didn't like really stick out too much, you know. It was just okay. Avengers Age of Ultron. I'm sorry, but I just did not like it that much. I thought it was okay. I didn't think it was bad, but I didn't think it was that good. And from someone who grew up watching the Avengers TV show when they were little and seeing how powerful and crazy powerful, just said that twice, seeing how powerful Ultron was when he was in the TV show versus this, it just kind of makes me a little bit sad, because I feel like this Ultron kind of sucked, you know. Along with the Quicksilver, I thought the Quicksilver kind of sucked too, considering he died, which I feel like Quicksilver could have played a big role in the MCU. And I honestly don't know why the hell they chose to kill him this early, but it's whatever. I'm just going to keep it on C. Not the worst movie, but definitely not the best either. Avengers Infinity War. Infinity War actually was pretty different than everything on here for the most part, because Infinity War was one of those movies where the good guys did not win. They didn't win in the end. And it was a great movie, a lot of action, and it really got you to like Thanos, as weird as it may sound. And obviously Thanos is just insanely cool. I don't know what else to call him, you know. Thanos is an awesome villain. So yeah, we're gonna put it on A. I feel like it's definitely A material and it's pretty dope. So yeah, Captain Marvel, bruh. Dude, I hate Brie Larson. I think she's a dumb bitch, number one. But I'm not gonna bring that into the movie. But I thought the movie was alright. I didn't really care for it too much, if I'm gonna be honest. The only thing I really liked in that movie was Samuel L. Jackson's Nick Fury character. I really liked how he explained how he lost one of his eyes, and I love the cat obviously in there too, but besides that, I didn't really care for it that much, so I'm probably just going to put it on C as well, because I don't know, I just didn't really care for it that much. Which one is this? Is this the first Avenger, or is this... oh, it's the Winter Soldier. It's been a while since I've seen a Winter Soldier, but I thought the Winter Soldier was actually pretty dope. I didn't think it was as good as the first Captain America, but I don't know, I did like it though, but it could have been better, probably a little bit, but there were still some really good scenes in it, like when we realized the Winter Soldier was Bucky, and which, yeah, I actually don't know if we could have found out before this, but I'm pretty sure this was the movie we found out that he was Bucky. I love the elevator scene, obviously, that was awesome, and just the fight scenes in general, and introducing Falcon, of course, too. So, yeah, so I'd probably put him B. It was a decent movie, just not the best, in my opinion. However, Captain America, the First Avenger, I love that movie, yo. I thought Captain America had an insanely good upbringing. Well, not upbringing, but like origin story, you know. And it was just a dope movie, if I'm gonna be honest. I just loved everything about it. And the ending was also like super. It was just perfect to get right into the Avengers movie, which I can't remember if Avengers was the next movie after this, but still, even if it wasn't, it was still led right perfectly into the Avengers. So, yeah, definitely A, easy A, easy A. And then Civil War, I'd actually put down A as well, because, I mean, Avengers fighting Avengers, let's be real. It's just something that hasn't really happened too much in the MCU. It's happened a few times, but not on, like, this scale, you know? And, I thought the main villain, which I forgot his name, the Hydra guy, I thought that dude was brilliant, honestly, in turning the Avengers against each other. Just brilliant, if you ask me. So, yeah, A in my opinion. Doctor Strange. Dude, I love Doctor Strange. I thought, I mean, no, I love Doctor Strange because it was just a crazy movie to watch. It was just like, it really messed with your mind when you would watch it. I didn't really care too much about the villain, but I loved Dormammu in the end. I thought that it introduced the Time Stone, and it was just a really cool movie, if I'm gonna be honest. And this movie made me so hyped for this one that's coming out soon, which I might as well put this one here because obviously at the time of the recording I haven't seen it yet. But this movie just so dope, man, and just such a mindfuck to watch. But yeah, easy A, honestly, easy A. Endgame. So the sequel to Infinity War. Obviously, I gotta put down A as well because it was just super dope in my opinion. Obviously, the time travel, like some people complain about the time travel in it, which I don't really care that much about, if I'm gonna be honest. But I thought it was a fun movie to watch. I thought it was like pretty cool to finish off the, what was it? Phase 4? Was it Phase 4 or Phase 3? I don't even remember. I think it was Phase 3. I want to say Phase 3. Yeah, no, perfect way to finish off Thanos in this movie, and sadly Iron Man died, but Iron Man got probably the greatest death ever, honestly, because it just really, I mean, basically Iron Man from the first movie was meant to be like this like, what's the word I'm looking for? The selfish dude that only cares about himself, but dude proved everyone wrong in this movie by killing himself to kill all the enemies, you know, so... just a great movie in my opinion. So yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy is one of those movies that I think are fun, but when it comes to like the action and all that, I feel like it lacks a little bit of that, but it still introduced like a whole bunch of new dope characters that you just really like, you know. And yeah, I mean, I love all the characters, but when it comes to like action, I feel like it's a little bit off, you know, just a little bit. Obviously, in the first movie, I'd say my favorite scene was probably the prison break scene, and probably when they killed Ronan. Oh yeah, and they also introduced, okay, technically this would have been the second time they showed Thanos in like a cameo type way in the MCU at that time, but still, it was I thought it was a good movie, good fun movie. So I'd put in B because again, not perfect, but it was still a pretty good movie. And I'd probably also put Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 on here because, I mean, it introduced Ego, it introduced Mantis, and I can't remember if Nebula swapped to the Guardians of the Galaxy in this movie. I think she did, but I can't remember because it's been a while, and I don't even remember if I saw the end of this movie. But still, it was a fun movie to watch, kind of like the first one. So, yeah, I definitely put these two on B though for the most part. Spider-Man Far From Home, dude, I'm gonna be honest, I did not like that movie. I thought it was boring, if I'm gonna be honest. I get it's meant to take place after Endgame and kind of show you like the start of how the world is working after everyone came back from the snap. And I get introduced Mysterio, and I think everyone, like, when it came to acting, they did a good job, but I just didn't really like Mysterio that much. I thought I wanted him to be more like the video game Mysterio and Spider-Man, what was it called? Friend or Foe, if anyone's ever played that game. I mean, he pretty much does everything that normal Mysterio would in like the video games and all that, but I just wish he had like powers though. I didn't really like the drone idea of him like controlling all these drones to, you know, illuminate and trick people. I'd rather him just have normal powers, if I'm gonna be honest. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a little hard to explain my problem with this movie, but it was still a nice, fun movie. In the end, obviously, Spider-Man's identity was revealed, which really made it a big problem in No Way Home, which, if you haven't seen it, then I encourage you to watch it, because that's a good movie. But, yeah, I thought it was only okay, though. It's not the best movie. But it's sure better than some of the movies on here. But yeah, I'd probably put it in C for now. The Incredible Hulk. It's been a long... Yo, I haven't seen that movie in like 8 years, if I'm gonna be honest. But from what I remember, it was a pretty fun movie, pretty dope. Hulk obviously is a mad lad, you know, and just will break everything in sight. It introduced General Ross, Abomination, and of course this was the second MCU movie. And I thought it was a good movie, if I'm gonna be honest. I can't really remember too much from it, but I did like Abomination, and that last fight was pretty fun. So I'd probably put on B, only because I can't really remember too much of it, and I feel like that might partially have to do with the movie and how it was. But again, don't like. I don't know how to explain it, but I'm just going to put on B for now, just because I simply can't remember everything with it, but I still remember it was, for the most part, a good movie. Okay, the first Iron Man, wait, actually, is this the first Iron Man? I gotta see real quick. No, this is Iron Man 2. Iron Man 2, a lot of people don't like it, but I thought it was okay, because, okay, it's okay, because I like how they go into more about Tony Stark and, like, you know, the issues he's having in the movie and how he resolves it and how he slowly becomes like a better person. However, when it came to combat and all that, I didn't care at all about Justin Hammer. I thought he was a goofball dummy, actually. Yeah, I just didn't really care too much about it. I thought it was okay. But besides like besides getting more in depth with like who Tony Stark is, I didn't care about the movie, so I'm just gonna keep on okay. Iron Man 3, I actually liked Iron Man 3, and I didn't like it too much. I thought it was pretty good, but just wasn't like as good as like a lot of the Avengers movie. I did like how Tony Stark was suffering from PTSD. I liked how it introduced Killian, who actually had powers in the movie, and how Tony Stark had to fight his what was it called? I don't even remember what the terrorist organization was called, but I thought the whole movie was fun. It had a lot of fights. It had a lot of Tony Stark having to use his wits more than like fighting skills a lot of the times, and yeah, I thought it was a pretty good movie for the most part, and it definitely just kept showing like more of Tony Stark's evolution and all that. Yeah, I'd probably put on B, because, again, good movie, just didn't think it was, like, A material. That's about it. And I'm gonna be honest, I thought the first Iron Man was okay. I didn't think it was too good, but obviously, when we're talking about origin stories, I think it was pretty good, and obviously he has to start somewhere. I thought him fighting Ironmonger was pretty dope, and I'd probably put it on B, because I thought it was just, you know, alright. But since it's the first MCU movie, I feel like I have to put it here, just because this is literally what started everything. So, yeah, enough said. That's where we put it. Alright, so next one, Black Panther. Black Panther I thought was actually super dope. I thought it was a little bit overhyped, if I'm gonna be honest. I didn't think it was like super good. I thought it was pretty dope in like the storyline. I love Killmonger. Michael B. Jordan played the perfect Killmonger. I love Suri. Of course, I love Chadwick Boseman. Rest in peace to that legend for playing Black Panther. I liked the opener. I liked the fights, obviously. I mainly just liked the last battle. I didn't really care about like the waterfall fighting. I didn't really care about like the afterlife or the sleep dimension or wherever Black Panther went. I just didn't care about some of this movie, if I'm gonna be honest. Like the middle part and like the ancestral part or whatever, or where they're trying to get the other tribe to like go to war with Killmonger or whatever. I'm sorry, I don't know why. I just didn't like that. I thought it was boring. But besides that, I thought everything was super dope in the movie. Seeing all that vibranium was pretty dope, and yeah, the story again was just really good. So I'd probably put on B, just because again I thought some of it was boring, but for the most part I love the movie though, and the people playing each character. So yeah, that's where I'm gonna put it. Spider-Man Homecoming. So the first Tom Holland solo movie, well, even though Robert Downey Jr. was in it, but y'all know what I mean. It was okay. I didn't think it was like, I thought it was better than this, if I'm gonna be honest. But I loved how, of course, Peter Parker had multiple different issues to worry about through the whole movie. Girl problems, typical teenage stuff, you know, and like obviously fighting a what was it called? Like I don't want to call it a secret org, like Michael Keegan's Vulture's crew, basically. How he had to struggle fighting with them, and how he had to like really discover who he was. So I thought it was alright, but I don't know. Compared to the other Spider-Man movies, I thought it could have been better. That's really all I gotta say. But still a good movie. It's still enjoyable. So I'll put on B. Now the first Thor movie. I thought was alright. I liked how Thor, like the majority of what I liked about it was how he changed into a better dude. I thought Chris Hemsworth was funny in the movie. I thought it was like he played a good Thor, how he was like kind of just a wild child, then he became worthy, obviously, as they say in the movie. And I thought it was a fun movie for the most part. So I mean, I don't really have too much to say besides that. So I'd probably put on B, because would I watch it again? Probably, if I'm bored, but it's not like the best movie though. But I still think it was a good origin story, so yeah, I'm gonna put on B. Thor: The Dark World, I couldn't even finish that movie. It was so shit. That's all I gotta say. Next one. Thor Ragnarok, though. I love Thor Ragnarok. That movie was crazy, man. How Odin died. How it had Doctor Strange as a slight cameo in it. I loved how Loki and Thor had to work together. I loved how Thor fought the Hulk. I love how Hela, whatever her name was, just a certified badass through the whole thing. The whole movie was perfect and actually led up to Endgame pretty well. I mean, not Endgame, Infinity War pretty well. And just a really good movie. And yeah, that's really all I gotta say. Definitely A, easily A, and easily the best Thor movie so far. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, our first S. I loved the Avengers because everyone was so different in the beginning. Everyone was like having their own problems with each other. But in the end, obviously, they came together. They were the Avengers. They fought the alien army, saved the world, you know. It's kind of original, in my opinion. It just feels super original, and just how the Avengers are supposed to be. I love the fights that went on. I liked how Iron Man fought Thor, and then Thor fought Hulk. I liked how Hawkeye got possessed by Loki. I thought Loki was really cool in the movie. I liked how Iron Man blew up the Army space station with the nuke. I thought the whole movie was just honestly perfect for the most part. And yeah, easily S. I just love that movie so much. Okay, so now we're actually on the first show. The first show being WandaVision. I actually saw the end of it recently, and as a show, I think it was okay. I hated the first few episodes though. I get where they were going with it, okay? I get where they were going with it, but the first half of the season just sucked in my opinion. Like, I didn't care, I didn't understand any of it. And obviously once you get to like, I'd say the third or fourth episode, or I don't know, the first 1 to 4 episodes, you start to get the feeling that something's wrong and you're trying to figure out what's going on. And then, like, near the end, you find out that Wanda basically controlled a whole town so that she could have, like, a dream life. And then she fought another witch and then killed her. And, well, it didn't kill her, but I guess drained her powers and locked her away or did something with her or something like that. I get what the show's about, but I don't know. I just thought it was weird, in my opinion. I thought it was weird. Was it enjoyable? Yeah, I would say it was enjoyable. Was it the best though? No, it wasn't the best, especially if you compare it to something like Loki. Then it just stands no chance against something like Loki. Loki was, in my opinion, way better. But yeah, no, just to wrap up WandaVision, was it kind of like a nice show to watch? Yeah. Was it like the most entertaining? It was alright. Was it the best show in general? No, it wasn't. So yeah, I'm just gonna put on C. I have not seen this show, sadly. I still gotta see this, so we're gonna have to put this here for the time being. Loki, I actually finished this recently too, though, as you previously heard me kind of referring or comparing this to this. Dude, Loki I thought was really good. I really liked Loki. I loved how it introduced the TVA. I loved how Loki and the TVA kept going back in time. See, with this with this show, it was kind of like this show where you didn't know what was going on. But I feel like with this show, you were always on your seat trying to figure out what was going on, and you were so excited for the next show. Or, sorry, the next episode to come on. There were so many plot twists with this. It was just crazy. I'm not going to say the whole thing just because I would be rambling on for way too long. But basically, in the end of this show, it introduces like Kang the Conqueror for the most part, which I thought was awesome, man. Because I remember seeing Kang in the show, or seeing Kang in the Avengers TV show, and Kang was insanely powerful. And I can't wait to see what happens in Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, because I'm pretty sure this is right after Loki. And the ending of Loki was super insane too. So yeah, easily an A. I love this show. I think it's, even though I haven't seen all the shows on here, I think this is probably the best one. So definitely encourage you guys to watch it. So Shang Chi. I'm sorry if I wait. Let me. I always fuck this man's name up. Shang Chi and the Legend of the Ten. I'm pretty sure it's 10 Rings. So this movie, easily an A as well. I love this movie. The fighting was so good. I loved the dialogue. It was funny. It was pretty relatable, if I'm gonna be honest. And good story, really good story. And the ending of it was kind of a question. Like, it was the ending of the movie where they're trying to figure out what happened with the rings, the beacon that the rings emitted in the outer space. You don't know all that information, so it really gets you wondering what's going to happen in the later movies after this movie, or the second movie, because I think it's confirmed there's another movie that will come out in the next few years. But yo, this movie, and the soundtrack too, is just perfect. This movie was just such a good movie. And yeah, it was just really good. I definitely encourage everyone to watch it. I have not seen Black Widow. I heard from my one friend it was okay. It wasn't that good, but I'm not going to rank it just because I haven't seen it. And I've seen a couple of episodes on What If. I actually think What If, I'm going to put it here just because I've seen, like, I saw one full episode, which was the Marvel Zombies, and I thought it was pretty dope. And yeah, I think it's pretty cool that they're just exploring what would have happened if something happened differently in the multiverse, or what would have happened in a different reality, you know. And yeah, it was just it seems like a dope show. I need to finish it, but yeah, it seems pretty cool though. So yeah, that's where I'm gonna rank it. I think this is the last one that I have not seen, the Hawkeye show. I still need to see that too. Let me real quick look and see if there's anything else I haven't seen. This hasn't come out yet. The new Daredevil is still in the works, so it's unreleased. But yeah, I think I've seen everything else on this list, so let's rank them. So Eternals, I loved Eternals. Wait, I said Internals. What the fuck? I meant Eternals. Shit, man, I keep fucking up. I loved Eternals though. I thought it was pretty good. I'm not gonna say A because it was kind of confusing. The timeline in the movie was a little bit confusing, and I get why some people didn't like it. But I loved how they introduced Celestials. I loved how I almost said Internals again. I loved how the Eternals kind of changed in the movie. I loved how they would fight the variants. I think, I don't remember what they were called. I'm just going to call their enemy the variants. I love the plot twist in the movie. I thought it was a good movie. It was the best movie, no, but I still thought it was pretty good. And I loved how overpowered everyone was in the movie. So, yeah, I'm going to put it on B because I, again, love the movie. Spider-Man No Way Home. Dude, I got to put on S. I love that movie. It was good. It was really, really good. Literally 3 Spider-Mans in that movie. Oh, pretty much almost every single villain in all the Spider-Man movies that Marvel has put out so far in the last 20 years were in this movie. And it was just a good movie in my opinion. Yeah, I don't really have much to say. If you need more of an explanation for why it's there, then just watch the movie. That's literally all I have to say. Okay, so Spider-Man 2 with Tobey Maguire. So actually, before we do Spider-Man 2, let's do them in order. So the first Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire, I would put that... Dude, I grew up with Tobey. So I would probably put Tobey... I want to put him in S, dude, in this movie, because it just introduced Spider-Man to me, and I just love the Spider-Man so much. I'm going to be honest, I'm going to put all 3 movies here, because I loved the whole trilogy with Tobey Maguire. I loved how in the first movie he was discovering how to use his Spider-Man powers and how to use them for right, not wrong, you know. In the second movie I loved... Well, basically each of the movies has like a different element to it. Like this one is finding yourself. The next one is like, I guess also kind of finding yourself, because Spider-Man was going through so much confusion in this movie and had to overcome his confusion and the problem he was facing. And the third one, which... it seems like all of them have to do with Peter Parker having issues with himself, but the third one I loved how they introduced like 3 villains: New Goblin, Sandman, Venom, and I thought everyone did really good in this movie. I loved Black Suit Spider-Man. I thought that was super dope. And yeah, I just loved the theme of all 3 movies, and it was literally my childhood, so I have to keep that there. So again, we're going to do these 2 in order as well, just to make it fair with Andrew Garfield, which I can't put that in front. Oh, there we go. The Amazing Spider-Man, I thought was okay. Actually, no, I thought it was good. What am I saying? I thought it was pretty good. I thought the Lizard was really, really good in the movie. I thought in this first one, Andrew Garfield played an awesome Spider-Man. Awesome Flash Thompson in that. Probably the most human version of Flash I've seen, where he goes from kind of being a bully to kind of basically after Flash knew that Peter's uncle died, he kind of became a better dude, and I really like that. I like the direction they put Flash Thompson in this movie. No Mary Jane, but Gwen Stacy was a pretty dope... I at first did not realize why Eddie Brock's girl from the Tobey Maguire trilogy was Peter Parker's main love interest, but after doing a little bit of research, I realized that she's actually another love interest, so... but yeah, everyone played their parts perfectly. I thought it was a pretty good movie, so I'm gonna put in B, just because I thought it was good, but I thought it could be a little bit better, though. That's really all I gotta say. Because I love Andrew Garfield, but I just think Tobey's the better Spider-Man, that's really it. Now, Spider-Man 2, on the other hand, D. I thought the lore and... pretty much well, okay, look, the main reason it's a D is because they made Harry Osborn Green Goblin, and probably the worst Green Goblin I've ever seen in my life was in this movie. And quite frankly, I just hated it. I thought it was stupid. I just did not like it whatsoever. I thought Jamie Foxx was the best in the movie, because Jamie Foxx is awesome playing Electro, and he was also awesome in No Way Home. But I don't know, I just did not like the movie. It just did not feel like my Spider-Man, you know? And I don't know. And they also ended the Andrew Garfield movies off on that movie. It just seems disrespectful in my opinion. So yeah, we're just gonna put down the D, and I try and forgive about this movie along with this movie. So yeah, just not something I want to think about. And before we do the 2 Venom movies, let's actually do Moon Knight. I actually think Moon Knight's pretty dope. It's really confusing because he has 3 different personalities and he's just a crazy person. But I love his powers. I think the show's getting really good so far. I'm on episode 3. I think there's a few. I'm trying to think how many more there are. I think there's 3 more episodes, and then the show ends. But so far, the show's getting really, really good. The first episode was really confusing, and I didn't really like it. The second and third episodes really cleared some stuff out, and the show seems really good so far. So I'm probably going to put on a B for the time being, but the show's only halfway through, so who knows, it could be an A, but for the time being, I'm just going to put it on B. And the 2 Venom movies, I'm going to put them on C, because I don't really like I like the movie because it's a fun movie to watch, you know? It's enjoyable, and it's funny. But this Venom is nothing compared to this Venom in this movie. This Venom was like pretty much what I expect Venom to be. This one was kind of more of a anti-hero Venom. Like when I think of Venom, I want him to be a freaking villain, you know? I want him to just not give 2 shits for the most part. But this one, he seems more like an anti-hero. So, I don't know. It just doesn't seem like my Venom. But again, these 2 movies fun. And Carnage in the second movie, that's not even how Carnage... That's not even what happened. Like, that's not even what happened and how he became Carnage. So, I don't know. It just feels like the lore is inaccurate, and I don't know. That matters to me, you know? Maybe it doesn't matter to some people, but I thought these movies were fun, though, but I'm just going to keep them in C, just because that's the only reason I like them. So, yeah, guys, so this was my full review, full MCU movies and series ranked right here. I'll let y'all take a good look at it right here. And yeah, it's too bad. Well, 2 of these obviously are unreleased, and I know I got to see these, which I'll probably eventually see these. But yeah, this is what my rankings are. You guys let me know what you think. Tell me if you disagree with me on some things. Tell me if you agree with me. Tell me if I just suck in general. Tell me to go blow my dad or whatever. I don't really care. Say whatever you want, okay? But yeah. Before you say whatever you want, though, make sure you leave a like and make sure to sub to the channel because I love doing this type of stuff. It really makes me happy. And yeah, that's really all I gotta say now, guys. I will see you guys later. Take care.